Having ourselves a nice Sunday morning. If you're over on Daniel's Live, I appreciate you coming over here. I don't know if he's still going. He must be done. Can somebody at everybody in the Discord there? We've got my best friend here. Joel reads Bible. Now, I do understand that he's going to be a little bit busy this morning, but he'll be popping in and out as he does so well. Maybe I can.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I could just add everybody.
No, somebody. I think Sarah did it, so I think we're all right.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharka. Okay, Joel, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I saw you were there on Daniel's Live. That was pretty cool.
We were talking to a person who was undergoing a mental crisis.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was actually quite a bummer. Like it started off as a good call, and as we kind of went into it, it was like, oh, this person's under duress of like it was like a really problematic situation. We were like,
well.
dang, yeah, not doing well. And he was like, and kind of talking faster. Not good. I did try to offer a hotline. There's like a mental health hotline, but did not like that. They did not care for that. So hopefully this goes a little better than that. German, are you okay?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you. I'm getting like Harry Styles vibe from you. I think wish you all the success.
Well, I'm kind of clean shaven is my style. I mean, not shaven, but I trim it. I wouldn't say it's like a hairy, like I trim it. It's like a trimmed style.
Okay. I mean, like I'm saying that the Harry Styles.
Dana already added everyone. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. That was like way up there, and I did not go back that far. Oh my god. someone caught that I plagiarized Carl Sagan's work in Daniel's Live and called it out. That's funny. Yeah, obviously. Fucking obviously. Okay, that's funny. So German, you were saying that I look nice?
No, I was referring to the musical attributes.
Oh, that song? Let me get my
Very
mic
nice.
open. Hold on a second. That's a song I wrote called Medusa.
I wanted to be quick today. I just wanted to bring something
We
up.
got to talk about the song real quick. It's called Medusa. It's about that feeling when you like, if you see somebody who's like just so hot that you're stunned, you're like, you turn to stone kind of thing, you know?
Like when I look in the mirror.
Yeah. If you look in the mirror and you're just like,
No.
I look too good, and you don't know what to say. That's what it's about. It's a Medusa. Too hot to talk.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's happening right now. Okay, did you want to say something?
Sure. Yeah, so there's this guy. I think his name is also Daniel. He keeps warning people about the rapture. Like he had a dream, the rapture is coming, and he tells people to repent, like all the time. And yeah, he gets like 200 to 300 people watching his lives. It's quite surreal, the whole thing. Like it keeps going on about like
fear mongering. Yeah.
But he's got cats. He's got cats, and he's always like around his cats and petting his cats. He seems like really into his cat. And then I was just wondering, like, did you used to watch like Dungeons and Dragons when you were a kid? Like, there was like Bob the Barbarian. They had a unicorn. Like they were trapped in this other world.
I thought that maybe I'm like not knowing it the thing well enough, but I thought Dungeons and Dragons was like a game. Was there a cartoon show also or something?
There was
So I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah, so there was this character Venger that used to try to kind of like steal their weapons because they were like in this other realm that they had like some weapons.
Can I ask a clarifying question real quick?
Yeah.
What's the point of all this?
Oh, it's about the rapture. I'm almost landing the point. Just 1 second. So there
It's
was
just
this.
because it's so boring. I was checking.
No, sure. But there was this portal, and every time the portal opened for them to return back home, Venja used to come, and because of the unicorn, somehow they tried to protect the unicorn, so they couldn't cross the portal and come back to Earth, so that they kept being trapped.
I like the movie The
other realm.
Last Unicorn. That was like a good 70s animation. I think it's called The Last Unicorn.
I feel like I watched that and liked it, but I just can't remember it.
It's kind of good. It's like it's a really quiet type of movie, and it has like really like mystical sort of music. There's some actually really good songs in it. It's a good one. Yeah. What cartoons did you like, Joel?
You know, I was just like kind of, I don't know if I've got a bad connection right now, but I was reviewing some of the older ones like Sharky and George. Do you remember that one? That one was like not that. Sharky and George. Sharky was a big pink shark, and then George was this little fish, and they would go and do mysteries. They would solve mysteries.
Yeah. So, Joel, I see the confusion. So we're talking about unicorn cartoons. I didn't clarify that. So sharks do have kind of a...
you said what was your favorite unicorn cartoon?
I guess I didn't. That's why I realize now I didn't specify that. But what he said a unicorn one, and then I said a unicorn one. And then I thought you were thinking that because sharks have this.
I thought you were just asking for random cartoons, because there's another one called Space Goofs.
This is a unicorn. This is a shark.
Yeah.
It's really like a subtle.
Look up Space Goofs, because I think that there was a unicorn in that, or at least it was an alien that had a corn, like one corn.
Space Goose Coast to Coast?
Goofs.
Goofs.
Goofs. Goofs, like you goofball.
Mm-hmm. I don't think these are unicorns. Let me see. This one has hair.
Like they're aliens, but does one have a horn or some sort of thing coming out of its head?
God, I've never ever seen this.
Yeah, Space Goofs was
Canadian thing.
Short-lived. It was French. It was from Paris.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any horns though.
Okay.
This one has like rabbit ears. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
I watched Death of a Unicorn. That's a newer
I watched
movie.
that too. It was
weird.
Fun.
Weird. Fun, but it was certainly a strange movie.
It was like, I don't know why they made this movie and did it so seriously, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. It was like, this is nuts. And I like the cast a lot. Everyone in the cast is really fun. So it had the guy from, there's that old show Barry with I can't remember his name right now, but the guy from SNL who was like played a hitman in Barry, and the bald guy from Barry was in the Death of Unicorn, and that guy's so fucking funny and so weird, and I just haven't seen him in anything else, so it was good to see him again. Yeah. But
I love that guy.
But he's not a unicorn. Germano, did you have any other unicorn shows?
No. I think that was the only one that had a unicorn.
Well, thanks for coming up. Did you have anything else? Did you want to talk about the Bible God?
No. So now
there's unicorns in the Bible.
About the rapture. No. So the point was the rapture. So imagine, like, for example, the rapture is coming, and you got your dog or your cat, and you're so close to your cat. Do you think that they then leave the cat behind, or they just decide to stay with the cat or the dog?
My cat is a Christian, but my dogs will be left behind.
Yeah. So can you put yourself back?
Xena is like a right wing, like the fundamentalist. She's the worst. Yeah, she's awful.
Yeah. I mean, we get along as long as we don't talk. But like Thanksgiving with her parents is the worst because they taught it. They're even more. But German, I don't think it's necessarily impossible that animals could go to heaven. Like, I think that if an animal was convinced of Jesus Christ being their Lord and Savior, they'd be, they'd be Gentiles, but they get to go too, right?
So what do you think Christians should do? Do you think they should put some pictures of Jesus and put them to watch some, maybe a Passion of Christ or something, and just make sure that the animals
have they translated it into meows? I don't know.
Germano, you need to watch. You need to read Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
because it says we're going to the same place.
I'll read it to you right now. I have this one tabbed actually. It says, I said to myself, God will judge. Now this is King Solomon, the wisest person. Like to this person saying this, we're all like idiotic dumb fucks, right?
Did you know that actually he used to fly like
you.
with a carpet? There was this thing that he used to go and see the Queen of Sheba like with his flying mat or something. That was very something.
Does it say that in here?
I think it's in the Ethiopian Bible or some other kind of like.
I'm always surprised by what new bullshit I find in the Bible. Joel, I didn't even tell you this, but during my last life, some guy said, hey, there's time travel in the Bible. And I was like, fuck off. And then he showed it to me and it's in there.
Oh, I think is this in Acts?
No. It's Old Testament. I pinned it. I'll read that next. It's like the sundial moves backwards. It's cool. But here's King Solomon, who again, we're all dumb fucks compared to. I said to myself, God will judge the righteous and the wicked, for he has appointed a time for every matter and for every work. I said to myself with regard to humans that God is testing them to show that they are but animals. Yep. For
Amen to that.
The fate of humans and the fate of animals is the same. As one dies, so dies the other. They all have the same breath, the breath of life that the Holy Spirit gave us at the beginning of the time. And humans have no advantage over the animals, for all is vanity. All go to one place. All are from the dust and all return to dust again. Who knows whether the human spirit goes upward and the spirit of animals goes downward to the earth? So this is kind of an interesting point to bring up when people like deny evolution, because it says here we are animals, but also just the idea that animals have spirits. Now, I think this is bullshit, but what do you think?
But I think like the hyenas and the chimps, they probably also would be thrown into the lake of fire because like I think that they are a little evil. Have you seen the documentaries where the hyenas, like if another hyena invades their territory, they chase them and then they don't analyze. Crazy. They just beat the living crap out of them. So
that's literally crazy.
They can go back here. So that's very
like
evil.
To say that like there's a lake of fire is crazy.
No,
but also, if you watch Chimp Empire, you can see chimps doing good for their family. Like they protect their family against other chimps.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
and
some
chimps are kind of nuts, but bonobos fuck hard.
Some of them
Joel, did you have something to say? That was
I was just going to say, Germano, you should also like keep your story straight because you're a universalist now. So nothing goes to hell; everything goes to heaven. So not say stupid shit that you don't believe.
Bro, there are two paths here. There's one day you go without the lake of fire, and the other one first you go to the lake of fire and then you go.
All right, so hyenas are going to go to the lake of fire for 20 minutes and then go to heaven. Like it's a non-statement.
It's not.
How long? Is it going to be longer than 20 minutes?
I don't know, mate. This is the problem.
Well, until you know, don't talk about it. Here's the time travel one, Joel. If you just want to hear it, it's in 2 Kings, which is the same one as like the bears, and the same one as the axe miracle. We read that the other night too, where like the axe head floats back up. That's just like such a pointless miracle. But it says, it's Hezekiah saying to Isaiah, what shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord on the 3rd day? And Isaiah said, this is the sign to you from the Lord, that the Lord will be doing the thing he has promised. Shall the shadow advance 10 intervals or shall it retreat 10 intervals? And Hezekiah answers, it is normal for the shadow to lengthen 10 intervals rather than let the shadow retreat 10 intervals. They're talking about the sundial. The shadow goes forward 10 minutes, not backwards. It always goes forward. And the prophet says, Isaiah cried to the Lord, and he brought the shadow back the 10 intervals by which the sun had declined on the dial of Ahaz. They went back in time 10 minutes to prove that God would keep his promise. Isn't this nuts? Anyways, German, did you have any reason to hang on to the Bible God, like that you're clinging on to this? Or are you ready to? Because you are sort of thinking outside the box here, and when I say outside the box, I mean the book. Like you're thinking outside the book a bit, which I think is good. That you're thinking about animals and spirits and raptures, which again, not biblical. Yeah. So, like, what is it that you're hanging on to?
I just think there's more context to the
Don't you
universalist
know?
than the
The answers in the context.
just being like an agnostic atheist. I think I was like an agnostic atheist for a very long time.
Have you tried deism? With deism, you get to keep all of your mysticism. You get to keep all of your purpose, but you don't have to carry along the baggage of the Bible.
But I think I'm there already.
Oh, you don't think Jesus Christ is Lord? You were talking about the lake of fire.
Yeah.
I did fleeism. I ran away. I fled from all of the deists, all the gods, all the isms, I mean, not the isms, but the gods.
But you do pray to fleas.
I worship fleas, but that's because they're real. Like, that just makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence. You worship Flea's sock, the one that he wears on his dick when he performs.
Yeah, of course, because that's real. That actually exists.
No one's on TikTok has mentioned Flea's cock sock in like since the invention of TikTok. It's too old of a reference for people to know.
All the kids are like,
What is that? What is he talking about?
Which song of yours is the most like? I think it's like that was in the Old Testament. Or wait, hold on. You have one that sounds a little Red Hot Chili Peppers-y.
yeah, it goes. Tag argument.
Oh, that's a new one?
Yeah, it is basically there's a one clean electric guitar, and then
It's context. It is that one. You never gonna go without it with the context. That like kind of fast one that you're doing. That maybe that's why I just thought that one is a little, because I've heard that before, and I'm imagining you with the bass and the sock as you're like singing it. Yeah.
No, and that's inaccurate because like when I record these things, of course, I'm completely nude and I do not put a sock on the good stuff.
Oh.
Do you know the part of the Bible where the sun stands still in the sky?
Yeah, is that in Judges or Joshua?
I think it might be Joshua. For some reason, it feels like it's in Joshua. I don't remember where it is at this point. But yeah, I was reading, somebody commented on my thing on YouTube, and they were like, yeah, scientists have discovered that there was a day where the sun didn't. I was just like, I don't think.
That's so funny.
Hey Mezzo, I just decided something out. You know, like how Gideon in the Bible, like had to test God to see if God would like wet the cloth or some kind of stuff, like in order for him to be sure that God was commanding him to do whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start praying now for God to regrow like Joe's hairline, and if it does, like in 3 months, if he regrows again, then there's a sign that he exists and he wants me to be a Christian. But if he stays bald, like the patches don't improve, then I know that it's not true, and I carry on being.
I honestly, I think that's a good test. Like, I think you might be joking a bit, but yeah, totally. Like, give it a shot. And by the way, why would God need 3 months? Do it in 3 minutes.
That's a good point, Germano. Why do I have to wait 3 months to be desirable again?
I don't know. I just think I want to be reasonable. Like, if I put God on the spot, he might not appreciate it. So I'm trying
do
to be
1 month. Like, I don't get why you're like, 1 month will be subtle enough to be like, hey, wait a second.
I think what would be a more like likely thing is because Joel is like a heathenistic atheist sinner.
Even the chat agrees with me. See, the chat is also saying like it's 3 months is
German. I think I'll do 3 months, but I think instead of praying for growth, you should say make him completely bald, like dolphin.
Whoa!
No, because that's evil. Like,
yeah, but he would deserve it.
Very unhappy. I think if he had the beauty of the whole thing is if he regrows, he'd be very happy and grateful to God.
Why don't we do the one?
And then the three of us can become like universalists. The three of us.
But if he goes all the way bald, we can do the thing where we go baldy, and see if bears show up.
That sounds fun for you, but why don't we try this thing where like I'm bald. Like I have hair again. And by the way, Germano, I think we need to be a little bit more specific as to like how many like inches.
Yeah, no. Actually, Joe,
forward.
it's true. I just realized that he needs to punish you because you actually are mocking him on a daily basis. So if I ask him to do something positive, he's
How
not
about
going
this?
to.
Do the hair grow back, but do it like, you know, those wolf men, like those guys, like in like those old pictures from Guinness Book of World Records where they have the hair on their whole face. What's that? There's like a name for that.
Yeah, like they look like werewolves.
Yeah. Just so like it starts to go back, and he's like, oh yeah, and then it turns out that he's cursed, and now he's like, we just know that he's like, you know, Wolfman reads Bible. He could change his name to that, and Joel, you could like howl and stuff. It could be like you'd probably get a lot of YouTube subscribers.
Okay, Joe. So which one do you prefer? I'm gonna start my
You could do like
tonight.
product placement with like facial shampoos and stuff.
By the way, this is not going to be a like, what's the word? This isn't going to prove anything, Germano, because if it doesn't work, it's probably because God hates you because you're basically a deist now.
If he did,
he loves hell.
He wouldn't have made me so good looking, and my hairline is perfect. So,
but you're so stupid. So what about you being such an idiot, though?
That's an idea. You could maybe ask him for intelligence or something.
I think I've got plenty.
Just say, can I have just even like a thimble's amount of the wisdom of Solomon? Because right now I'm a complete drooling moron.
A mustard seed of mind.
Ask for that, Germano. Maybe do that first. Become a good Christian because no, if you got a brain, you wouldn't be at all a Christian. You
do this. Go take like the SATs, right? And then come back.
Yeah, I did A levels actually, and I've got A's. So
you got an A on the SATs?
On A levels, yeah.
Oh, that's impressive because they scored in numbers. So if you got an A, it means you didn't even make it to the numbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you might have taken the wrong test. Did you accidentally go to like some first grade spelling test and you thought it was the SATs?
When you took the test, how many colors of crayons did they give you? This is a good indicator.
Yeah, so I think you're the one that are not sharp enough to realize that A levels are the equivalents and they do A's.
Sometimes people think they're going to the SATs and they think they passed, but they actually just learned how to sit down. They're like, yeah, I sat. And they were accidentally at one of those dog training schools where they say sit to you and you sat. You think that's the SATs, and they give you a little ribbon that says this puppy passed the test.
I've got to ask. Like, I understand that you play the guitar, but that's more like
here's a little
hobby. That's more like a hobby. I can surf. I can also do something as a hobby that's quite.
It's a little advanced.
I think I also have a hobby that's quite cool. I surf. So on their kind of hobby.
German, we have some real guests, so I'm going to drop you now, okay?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's ever fallen off a surfboard and it just hit him square in the head. Like it just kept, and that happened over and over and over and over again.
That has happened to me before, actually. Surfing, I've been nailed by the board, and like I've had a wave smash me down into the hard beach before. That's a bummer.
Not safe.
It's not a safe sport, and no one wears helmets surfing because it's too cool of a sport. Can't look nerdy. Camden, welcome in. What's your age and religion?
95 elephant tobacco.
Okay.
Those aren't answers.
Well, good luck. That was actually a pretty good troll. My religion is elephant. I kind of liked that one. That was like my favorite child I've ever had up on the slide.
Yeah, that's nice. Like they weren't using all sorts of slurs or something. It was just like silly. I just realized words.
Something though. Kids, get off the phone. My kids.
Oh, these guys.
My kids. Oh, this person's not loading.
I believe also Small Johnson is a friend of ours.
Yeah, but it's Atheist Sunday School, so they're allowed to say one thing.
Right.
Hello?
Hey, Small John, welcome in.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Welcome to Atheist Sunday School, where you're allowed to say one thing.
I was going to ask one question.
Floor is yours.
Will you and Joel be my co-daddies?
I'd have to think about that. I'm already a parent, and Joel would be a terrible parent.
Yeah. What's the
That'd be a good balance there.
What do we have to do though? Like, what's the like shares? What are the shares of our duties?
Are we allowed to go out for smokes and never come back?
Please.
I mean, you can drink and smoke and curse and do whatever you want to. I mean, I just thought it'd be a cool idea to have co-daddies.
Well, we actually already have a new working title that we're kind of working with here. We're the star-crossed buddies. So I don't maybe if this doesn't work out for a while, we'll try this. We'll do star-crossed buddies for a while, and then if that doesn't work, we'll try maybe the atheist co-daddies.
Co-daddies.
Co-daddy baddies is kind of good in angry anti-theist said, yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we'll consider it. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you for considering it.
Absolutely.
We'll write that one down. We'll get Star-crossed. Yeah, let's Star-crossed buddies, and that's going to take off. We're a dynamic duo. It's going to work to be star-crossed buddies more than just like some sort of fucking.
And the duo, obviously, I think it's fine to have a bunch of nicknames. I got a cash app from Maxon saying, "Today God did nothing. What a lazy POSFF!" Exclamation point. Grana Zana, welcome to Atheist Sunday School. Look, you used to be able to come to my lives, and then you converted away from Christianity, and you were uninvited. Now it's Atheist Sunday School. You're welcome to come back and say one thing. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? It's always a pleasure seeing you both.
Well, I am well.
I'm still experiencing my back pain. For people who are worried, no, I'm in my back brace. I have an ice pack in. It's still going on. In fact, I just remembered I should go take my my prescriptions that I'm supposed to take. I didn't take those yet.
Please do. We want you better. So now don't panic. I do this every once in a while. I have a friend who can't drive, so I take her to church. So I'm going today, and I'm wondering, do you want me to ask my pastor if he would like to come and debate you guys?
Yeah, sure.
See if you can go up on the stage at the podium and hold the mic up there and just we'll debate him in front of the whole church.
Just hold it up and then anyone who has questions, I'll do the whole congregation. We'll take them all on.
That would be funny.
That's so fucking funny.
As you know, we do it for the audience, right? So if we can convert a whole congregation.
Oh, wow.
It'd be sweet.
I've learned that they're pretty close to deconverting anyway, because it's a very progressive church. So
yeah,
we'll just push them over the edge with a little bit of extra logic. Hey, you guys are perpetuating the cult. That's not good. We'll just help them help themselves.
I love this idea. Yeah, that would actually be really fun.
DM what he says.
I have genuinely thought about going into churches. I think churches around here would accept someone under the not the I'm gonna come debate you, but it just
no.
Do you guys want to talk to an atheist? They might think they can convert me, or I can tell them my view. I think some of the more modern churches would be yeah, let's bring this person in, but I wouldn't want to do that in my neighborhood because I would be worried about.
I'm in Kirkland, so.
Jeans?
Basically,
isn't that just a Costco brand? You're in a Costco brand?
That Costco came from, yes, the same town.
Someone, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at that, but also German's posting this wiener thing. So you see these wiener balls things he keeps reposting. But someone in Discord, Ken said that he thought that it was just him posting his SAT scores in here. That's really
I'm in Everett. Sorry, it's in the church is in Everett. So
yeah, I'm from Washington State. I was born in Bellingham.
I just didn't know where you live now, if you could make it or not.
Not even remotely close to that. I'm about 17 hours south.
That's not close at all.
Yeah, but Sorry to dox myself, because it's like literally exactly due south 17 hours on that exact route. But yeah, I lived in like it was Seattle by Green Lake for a while too, so I know the area. I had my girlfriend moved to Everett for a little while, so yeah, I know that area. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll ask.
Can
I'll
someone
ask
screen
him to.
grab this glasses comment and put it in Thirsties for me? Thank you.
I don't know if he has TikTok, but I can respond through my TikTok. What he says. So.
Yeah. In all honesty, I mean, we're having a little fun, but if someone wants to talk and get up here and have the conversation, we're always open to it for sure.
Cool. And we could invite the congregation.
Yeah. And then
Perfect.
And if it
and you can have them sign up on TikTok.
don't
Pardon?
let them look at my my other videos ahead of time, because they'll see all these like dirty drawings and it'll
Right, yelling at people.
Just say I'm really nice. Maybe send them to Joel's.
Send them to Joel's.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good idea.
Right.
Thanks, Grana. Good to talk to you. I hope you're well. Okay.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
Always good to hear from the resident grandma here and the resident Zanma here in the deconstruction community. Grana Zana. Untucked.
Hello.
Hi. What's your age and religion?
49, atheist.
Oh, welcome in. Welcome to Atheist Sunday School, where you get to say a thing.
Yeah. I, excuse me, I was wanting to give you guys a little factoid because I think it was Joel, it might have been you, Mezzo, talking about free will, how we really don't have free will because we are put in our environment and our environment causes us to do what we do. And I 100% agree. And there have been studies that say people who have sudden short-term memory don't have free will because when they find out what happened, they say literally the exact same words, the exact same intonation, in the exact same sentence order when they find out. Like someone had a car accident.
Oh, interesting. So like for people who have like retrograde amnesia. Yeah. Interesting that this is the story of the movie Memento. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Every 30 seconds they forget what happened. And it's like, oh, what happened? Oh, it was a car accident? Is anyone okay?
They say it the same way.
Oh, what happened? I was in a car accident. Is everyone okay? Like they literally cannot change what they say because their mind has just been attuned to do that. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually really, really interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of scary when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder, like, it would be like a really fucked up test to do. And the most interesting psychological tests are always like too fucked up ethically to actually do. But to find someone like that, and then every time that they snap into their realization of their existence, to put like a red apple and a green apple in front of them or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like the same two things. And see if they totally every time pick that. Yeah.
Out of the expectation. Yeah.
Okay. So Crystal's in chat. Some people are like not sure. So what she's saying here is that there are some people who have short-term like amnesia. They have short-term memory loss. And so every 15 minutes or so, and this isn't exact at all, but like just hypothetically the way it works is every so often they kind of like snap back and realize where they are. They remember their long-term, like their name and their childhood, but they don't remember like the last maybe 5 years, right? And so,
or even the last day.
Yeah, like whatever it is, usually since whatever traumatic event sparked that thing. This is the plot of Memento. 50 First Dates, is that similar to that too? Maybe like someone doesn't remember something. Yeah. And so what she's saying though is that when people seem to say the same things or act the same way, which is a good point to show that like we don't have free will because we have free will and always just pick the exact same thing anyways, which means we don't have free will. Right? Yeah. It's
so when given the exact same prompt in each situation, they respond the exact same way, same intonation, same
which
words.
is what we would expect if if we didn't have free will and we were just reacting to our surroundings.
Yeah.
Whereas if we weren't and we were like actually had some soul that was like choosing stuff, it might. Because you also have to think when that happens, the soul gets amnesia too. People don't think about that with memory loss and stuff. It's like somehow your brain doesn't remember, but your soul does. Like it just doesn't make sense, or else it would be changing. Anyways, wow, that's fantastic. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate that. That's a good that's a good little tidbit. Have a good Sunday.
You too.
She was gonna say you too. I'm pretty sure.
She did say you too.
I heard you. And then I dropped. Okay. I always get worried about what movie. Yeah. I never watched 50 First Dates. It's not a movie I was really.
I'm not a Sandler guy.
I used to be when I was a piece of shit. I really thought he was really funny. And I'm not saying that people who like Sandler are pieces of shit, but that's just it's a correlation without causation. But
when you're younger and you got Billy Madison and those things, like that was fun for kids. But now it's just like
there's good jokes in it. I saw recently someone posted or something that the little clip when Chris Farley is talking about how he hooked up with the teacher, and he was like, no, you didn't. He's like, no, I didn't. But I have a friend who did. And he's like, no, he didn't. He's like, no, we didn't. But you could imagine what it would be like if they did. And like, there's great little bits throughout there, but like the whole like voice thing is like, I don't know, Sandler kind of, I'm a bit over it. Caro, or do I say Caro? I forget.
Caro is fine. Think of a car, tack a no at the end.
Think of a car.
Just
five wheels.
Hyundai, Toyota.
Just looking at a Hyundai in our Discord too. There's a cool. I'm not a car guy. Are you guys car guys?
Rob 40.
No.
I'm not really a car guy, but I saw that car as well, and I was just like, "That's a nice car."
It's just like that is a cool looking car, yeah. But car. What do you have for us today?
Well, you said that today is a day to say one thing.
You get to say a thing.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. A thing. Have a good day.
That's it.
This guy again.
I was worried about that. So I was like, someone's gonna fucking do that.
Just say a thing.
At least, yeah. Maybe now to throw them off. Let's do a thing with an A. That way they know it's like you have to have some substance. Jay Gibson, welcome in. Are you old enough to be here and religious, or what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I am old enough to be here. I turned 61 this year, so is that old enough?
Happy birthday.
Well, yeah. And also the last
Happy year at the very least.
What was that?
Happy birth year, is that what you said?
Happy birth year at the very least.
That's so
Thank you.
So funny.
Thank you. So the caller was talking about memory loss. I just wanted to mention that 2.5 years ago, I got hit by a car in a crosswalk. So I suffer from a traumatic brain injury. So I know what it's like to, forget what the hell is going on when I walk into a room.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty traumatic, not to make a pun. But my question is that in the Bible, when Jesus is talking to his followers about he's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, where is the 5 to 8 ancient Israelites that are still waiting around I think that they're pissed off for being what's the word?
Lied to.
No. Oh God, I wrote this in another thing. It's like, they were stood up.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's funny. But Jay Gibson, did you know that you already shared that with us? And this is your second time saying the exact same thing?
Oh my God.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. That's stood up as a really funny way to say that they're like, and one of them's like, he's still coming. He's going to come. He's going to call. He's going to call. Yeah, that's really funny. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jay.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I saw you on Daniel's live.
He just came in. I just saw him.
So anyway, first time seeing you both, I liked you guys a lot. So.
Oh yeah, we're the best.
Oh yeah.
Have you met Joel?
No, I have not met Joel.
Oh, you're gonna love Joel. Joel's better than me and Daniel combined.
Oh wow. You know, I may meet Joel sometime, but I'll forget him.
It took me a second. I forgot that you had the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
you probably have met him. You like several times. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for being a good sport with our like absolutely insensitive sense of humor about this. My apologies, but I can tell you're a fun guy.
I'm a longtime atheist, so it's fun.
So you're fun.
Right, bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly. All right, take care.
Great day.
That was funny. I liked that guy.
Yeah, I missed a lot of it, but seemed like a lovely guy. Good morning, Brady.
He had a fantastic sense of humor. Brady, bravo, welcome in. What's your age?
39.
You've been here before, I think, right?
I have, yes. I talked
Are
to
you
Joe
religious?
recently, actually. No, Sadak Mac, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The DAC 4 now, right, Brady? But give it time.
Yeah, I would definitely say that I'm more of a universalist than anything else, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so you're already kind of halfway letting go of the Bible God and kind of going with your own thing, which I think is good. I think it's a good step. Sometimes we run these lives about how like there's no God at all. Are you okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. Was my water loud? I'm sorry.
No. I thought you were in the. Never mind. It surprised me to hear that splashing sound. Usually, I only hear that like when I'm doing the music or something like that, but not as much when I'm talking. But although I don't think there is any God, and I don't think there is like a spiritual world, I do think that moving towards deism or even universalism is a good step away from the fundamentalism that's in the Bible. I don't think any of it's true, but if you are going to believe it, at least believe the better version of it, because it'll make society better for sure, right? So are you like, are you fine with gay people and stuff like that?
Yes, because I'm a gay people. So yes,
good.
I hope I'm fine with myself. Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, but
I'm a gay people, she said. By the way, that's a really funny sentence.
Because
is that how you came out to your parents? Mom, Dad, I have to tell you something. I'm a gay people.
I'm a gay people. That would have probably been funny. Knowing my parents, they probably would have laughed at it. But no, they actually kind of told me that I was a gay people. And I was like, I might be. Yeah. So, I don't have a horror story. Sorry. When it comes to that, it was very supportive. So my goal here was to, and I asked Joel this as well, and I wanted to ask you because I know that you are a former believer as well, correct? Okay. So, and Joel kind of not made me, but he made me think about it, like how I should word this question. So, number one, did you have any mystical experiences as a believer?
Yep.
When you were a believer, did you believe that they were mystical?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So how do you now, like taking the, spiritual aspect out of that, how do you now, I guess, reconcile with that, if that makes sense?
Yeah. So, great question. Yeah. When I believed, there were things that I thought were God happening. During the process of deconstructing early on, there was a time I thought I saw a ghost too. I don't believe in ghosts. And then even since then, I've had what feel like mystical moments in my like atheist life. And so I have a kind of nice case study of comparisons and realizing that they all feel the same, but when analyzed skeptically, they all have natural, they're all natural circumstances. So, and have like, sometimes it's a coincidence. Sometimes it's one of these like really well known, really well researched psychological phenomenons. Like I have this list here of the ones that I like to read the most. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
So the Barnum effect. This is a really well-known psychological effect where people think that vague descriptions apply specifically to them. I think that happens a lot in worship services, which we're having here today, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Amen. And when the person is up front and there is music playing and it's feeling emotional and everyone's kind of like searching for meaning, and then whatever the pastor says, even if it's vague, you feel it directly. Like that was about me. That's a message from God through this person to me. It must be specifically about me. But you realize now, looking back, that they're doing. It's called the Barnum effect, like Barnum and like the circus guy. Yeah.
Okay.
P.T. Barnum. I don't know what the P or the T stand for. I assume like penis tits.
Percival. Oh, okay. I was saying Percival Thomas because that's
that's it.
There's era. I don't know, but I'm just making that up.
Yeah, his brother was penis, but he that's like what mediums do and psychics do and astrology people do now. So like people that believe in different mystical types of realities. That like they don't think Christianity is true, but they do think psychics are true, or they don't think psychics are true, but they do think Hinduism is true. Like they all have these different types of mysticism, use the same techniques, and since it works under all of them, including atheistic ones, it seems a lot more likely that it's just not real. That it's just it's like a trick that your brain falls for.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Well, that definitely helps because I definitely say I fall into the Barnum effect quite often, especially during services.
But
and it
Brady,
makes you rethink.
Let me tell you something though. I had a much more like I think that's a common thing where people feel pushed to go to the front type of thing, and that feels like a very significant moment. I used to hear audibly and speak back to the voice of God. Like when I was in high school, I thought I was speaking to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit in like a 4 including me conversation that was happening. And I could hear different voices coming from left ear, right ear, and center for each one.
Mezzo, do you want to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
What's very, I guess coincidental is that was about to be my next question. Did you feel that you were hearing from the voice of God? That's crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah. I really thought I was like having conversations, and it would be like here. It would sound like this to me. If I was like, hey Jesus, what do you think I should do? And it'd be like, I think you should go to the front of the church. Like it would come from over there. I don't know if you have headphones on, but it just came from that side.
Yeah,
right?
I have the earbuds on.
Yeah. And then it'd be like, Holy Spirit, what do you think I should do? I think Jesus is right. You should go to the front of the church. And it was really compelling. And what happened is, as I deconstructed religion, I kept those voices for a while and renamed them. And I continued to have conversations with them after believing. And they, like, I don't need to share their names, but like they became these kind of different characters, and I realized it was within me. And then I had to undo that later. I had to like deconstruct that and not be, it's like, it was very possible that I was having like schizophrenic episodes. I don't know for sure. I never got checked. If I had gotten checked, they might've said like, you're doing this. My grandma was like, she had schizophrenia. So it's like very possible that I have some of that. But like, so regardless though, like, yes, I absolutely thought I deconstructed religion, became an atheist, still heard it, and then had to deconstruct that and go against that too. Yeah. It's an internal dialogue. Okay. Yeah. It's just, it all turned, if you notice, even though it's coming from over here, it's still my voice.
Yeah.
It was always me.
It does sound like me. So yeah, I get that. Okay.
It was always me.
All right. Well, thank you, Mezzo. And also thank you, Joel, because you did help with some questions that, even though we didn't speak about, your answers, and the way that you frame things really helps me with some things that I am thinking about. So thank you both so much. I appreciate you.
Well, do you have to go? Because I'd like to ask, you if you
no.
are willing. Like, what's some of the things? Is this sort of what you're hanging on to? Is like you have some audible experiences as well, or you feel compelled? You feel some of these supernatural things, and it's helping you, or it's like clinging you to the religion of it?
Yes, and physical things. This is again something that Joel and I talked about. And sorry, tangent. Joel, did your wish happen at all? I don't know if he can talk.
He's at work, so he's probably
Okay.
he's kind
Okay.
of in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it's because I have
What was his
physical
wish?
experiences too. So we talked about how I ask for specific answers. Like I will say, hey, if I'm supposed to go this way, like I'm just gonna make something up right now, right? If I'm supposed to choose the blue house, right? Show me 3 purple frogs dancing in a row.
Oh, I used to do that so
That type
much,
of thing. Right. And then it actually happens. And so I'm like, okay, so where's that coming from? Because I know, and when I say physically, not I'm only seeing this, right? Because I'll go to my wife or someone else, like, do you see these 3, like, on TV or something, just to make sure I'm not having, some type of psychotic episode, right? Because I even though I'm spiritual, I'm definitely, I'm in the healthcare field myself. So I understand how that can happen. And I do understand spiritual psychosis. But that was one thing Joe was like, all right, well, if that happens for you, pray for it for me. And it was basically.
So what it was,
go ahead.
Brady, if you don't mind,
No, I
Mezzo,
don't mind.
I guess you weren't there, but I asked Brady to pray within 24 hours that there would be 2 big round bums pressing against.
Oh, I heard
each other
about this.
with a specific part of me between them.
Yes.
And within the 24 hours, I regret to inform everyone that did not happen.
That did not happen.
That did not
It happened on the wrong part of your body.
None of it came close. Like it was just like,
Shit, I'm sorry, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a letdown. That's a bummer.
I was really hoping for that.
Or not a bummer, I guess. Yeah.
it sucked ass, but like not the way
But
that
it
you
didn't
want it.
suck
to.
ass.
Not you wanted to do it. Yeah. But
So,
so that's what the thing
there's a
is,
thing
that
called
that happens to
frequency
me
illusion.
daily.
Brady,
Okay.
have you heard of frequency illusion?
No.
The I think official term here. I'm trying to look it up because I don't remember the original thing. I don't know how to say this. Bader Meinhof phenomenon. I think frequency illusion is an easier way to say it.
Is it Bader, B-A-D-R?
BAAD. It's a double A, like,
Got it.
which actually is what Joel was looking for, double S. But
Double A, yeah.
but the idea is like, in fact, that's a good example of it. Is like once you hear about something that you're looking for more subconsciously. I still get that with all kinds of things, and like I've run this with people before. I was like, just think about the number 11 for the next 24 hours, and you'll see it fucking everywhere. 11s are going to be everywhere if that's what you're looking for, or if just what you're kind of subconsciously thinking about in the background. You'll start to see 11s. You'll see it on clocks. It'll be like 11:11 or something like that, and you'll notice it. Or you'll see like even just like 2 lines in the sky and be like, oh my fucking God, that looks like an 11. Like it'll start to show up so much. You've always seen the same number of 11s every day but when you're focused on it, you start to notice those and ignore the other numbers of things. Maybe it's a little bit of confirmation bias, but this like frequency illusion is a specific thing. The most common example people talk about is when like if you get a new car and you get like a Hyundai, what was it? Hyundai, I don't remember the name of this thing. You get a Hyundai, you realize everyone suddenly has Hyundais. And,
that definitely happened with my Jeep.
Yeah, right. And then you see all the Jeeps everywhere.
I live with all these people.
Yeah,
I never saw these people.
I got a Jeep and realized Jeep Patriots are pieces of shit. That's what I realized when I got mine.
Oh, man. Yikes.
I think the Wranglers are still good though.
Yeah, I have a Rubicon. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a crazy
But I
car.
understand.
What a
'Cause,
crazy name
I
for a
don't-
car. We're just making the same Jeep, but we're going to make it sound like it's a transformer from the moon.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Rubicon? What are you
Rubicon.
doing? Yeah, that was a crazy name.
Yeah, I'm definitely fell victim to that because I have all of the kits and it's blacked out, and so it does look like a monster going down the street. But hey,
Well, let's see, Jeep
What do you
team.
do?
We have a Wrangler for cowboys. We have the Patriot for the good old boys. What do we get for the fucking robots? What are they going to want? A Rubicon?
a Rubicon.
Jesus
That is
Christ,
hilarious.
yeah. It's a cool name.
Okay, but that makes sense though. I just the story I was telling Joel was that the reason that I definitely kind of cling to a belief of something outside of me is because a lot of these things have been true. Had a health condition, asked about it, and I literally got the answer on a license plate and went to the doctor, and that's what it was. So it's just kind of hard to believe that there's nothing. So I think that's why I kind of stay in that.
I think there is something, but I just think it's you. I think you're the thing. I think that you are a lot
like
more.
intuition, kind of.
Maybe I just think that you're a lot smarter than you're giving yourself credit for. I think that you. I don't know about the license plate thing. Might have been a coincidence. Another thing that happens, and I'm not saying this is what happened with you, but I know has happened with me, is misremembery. I think it's called misremembery, where like you see one little thing that gives you a hint, and then you turn this like into fruition, and then you remember it being more specific than it really was.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that happened to you, but like that, in combination with looking up things on like the mayoclinic.org, you actually came to the real conclusion, but you're giving it all credit to the license plate, for example, something like that.
Yeah, this is why I would write. I don't know if you do this, Brady, but I would write it down. Do you write it down and then go like look at your notes and go, oh yeah, that's literally what I wrote down? Or you go, oh, I wrote down frog face and it was 3 blue frogs, and now I'm thinking that I said 3 blue frogs,
No, honestly, I do write them down because I don't want to rely on my own memory to be like, oh, it's something, close to it, right? No, I do write it down. I used to do it with numbers, but numbers are way too easy to see, in quote unquote nature. So that's when I would write down 3 blue frogs dancing with star warts on their back. And when I would see that 3 times, I'm just like, wait a minute, that doesn't even exist, or a polka dot apple. That doesn't even exist. How is it? Well, I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but, naturally, like, what are the chances that I'm just going to see whatever the thing is that I'm asking for? So I don't know. But
I mean, you see a lot of things throughout the day. The chances aren't that terrible. Like we see a lot of things. I get the idea of like saying something so specific it's hard to see. I did a thing recently that is kind of in line with this in one of the videos on my page. I don't know if it's pinned anymore, but you can scroll down and find it. Where I flipped a penny heads 11 times in a row, which is like statistically nuts, right? Like it's really hard to do. But when there's so many events happening, like it's going to happen, right? So you see a lot of things throughout the day. Eventually you're going to see frogs. The thing of giving it like a time frame, like over the next 24 hours, I'm going to see a rainbow, car, or something like that. That may or may not happen, but like you see a lot of cars through the day, so it might happen. You never know, and it might have gone by before, and you'd have just been like, "Oh, it's a cool car," like whatever. I did not even really notice it. But then if it goes by, and you go, "Oh shit!" Like you're going to notice it a lot more because you're subconsciously seeking it. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well,
do you want us to give you one more to look for?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be live again Wednesday night. So between now and Wednesday, let's see. You have to see a rainbow car, not a truck. It has to be a sedan being driven by a professional wrestler wearing a luchador mask.
Oh, goodness. Where I live, that is very possible. Okay.
Let's make it more difficult. And he has one of those piercings at the head of his penis. So it's very unlikely that you're going to know that information. or be able to see
We'll need
that.
pictures for proof
Okay.
for sure. So track him
Okay.
down and just say, hey, this is going to sound weird, but can I just see your penis and take a picture of it real
Do you
quick?
have a Prince Albert?
There's
Yeah.
a chance
Okay.
that he has to fall out of the car and be pantsless, and you just see it or something like that. So it's like almost impossible that this could happen. So this,
No,
if
that's
this
possible.
happens, I'll be a believer.
I wasn't clear, but I meant
okay.
luchador mask only.
Oh,
So
the
like
rest of
that
them is
part, it'll
there.
already be out. You just go up and just like he'll fall out of the car. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So that shouldn't be too hard. And then let us know if that happens by Wednesday. I will consider the spiritual realm.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, and you know, I'm almost willing to bet half of the farm on it because I know how my life is. So
All right,
perfect.
yeah,
All right.
that'd be a pretty good one. All right, Brady, thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming up.
guys.
I
Have a
appreciate
good
you.
Sunday.
You're a great guest as always. Thank you.
I don't know how. I don't know how. See, Brady, I don't know how like my fantasy, my butt fantasy, not coming true didn't just like totally destroy her belief system, because like that just genuinely didn't happen. Like, so isn't that enough? Like, aren't we done now?
Well, and then what happens is there was the original 24-hour time frame, but then it's going to happen like a year from now, and she'll count it, right? Like people are going to be like, that counts still. It's like, no, we said within the time. But I mean, it's going to happen for you, Joel. Like I'm rooting for it.
Thank you.
Austin, hey, welcome in.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Very good. What is you're a fellow atheist, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to Atheist
kinda,
Sunday School, where you get to say a thing. Remember, we're doing it with the A now.
My thing was kind of about like the beginning of what you were saying with her about how you had like times when you would talk to the Holy Spirit and everything. Mine, I never had that. Like the whole time I was a Christian, I tried so hard to hear those voices and everything. And I'm the type of person that like I have crazy dreams. I have a really good imagination. Never, not once, ever had that. And I thought it was like me not being a good enough Christian thing. And like when I was younger, I would like cry myself to sleep because I thought I was just a bad Christian.
Yeah.
And so it took me a really long time to deconstruct from that. But
I think my wife had a really similar experience. That's something that she's like mentioned before, that she like felt like because she wasn't hearing what other people said they were experiencing, she was like, is something wrong with me a little bit here? Maybe not the exact same experience, but along those kinds of lines.
Yeah, that was me too. I was always like, my parents would say, or my mom mainly would go, you've got the head knowledge, but you need the heart knowledge. You know, like you can't just be intellectually Christian. You have to, and I'm like, well, I'm just not having those experiences. I'm not really trying to be honest, but like I believe everything. I just don't know what that's like, and I'm not going to force it. So it's just like never happened for me.
In the Discord, someone said, I still remember asking myself daily, what sign have I seen that would make me believe? That's such an interesting point to be like, now, what was it that I already saw? Oh, yeah, that toothpick. That was it for sure. That represented the cross or something. Like, that's such a real thing that we like are seeking so hard to make it true, because we want it to be true. We want to see grandma in heaven, or whatever. Yeah, it's interesting.
And I will say this, the funny thing that I realized after I deconstructed, the one time that I know, or not know, but I can look back and think, that's the time that I actually thought like prayer was answered for me, was when I was in kindergarten. I took these fake teeth to school, right? Those like junky fake teeth that you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
And I dropped them on the playground and I prayed because I lost them at the first recess. And I was so sad. And I prayed and prayed and prayed that I find them. And I found them on the second recess.
That counts.
Yeah. But
that's going to keep you in the cult for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously.
for real. But
and then by the way, the very next, like that happens to so many people. And then the next day they don't pray for cancer worldwide to be cured. They're like, well, while you're listening. Yeah, always an interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Austin, thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate you, and have yourself a nice Sunday.
I wanted to apologize to Joel real quick, because last week you guys were having a live, and this guy came up that thought he was Jesus and did the whole I win thing and left. And I could tell I feel like I kind of upset him a little bit, because after that I came up and I was like, I'm an atheist, I win, and then I left. And I thought,
it's all good.
I just wanted to
that
apologize.
was a good joke. That was a
no, you were trying to get good.
a good quick joke like that is funny. Don't apologize.
Yeah. I think that in genuine, normally the thing that we really don't like, we've talked about this before, so I don't mind saying we, is like when atheists pretend to be Christians for like a while. If they come up and they're like doing a thing and it's not funny, but they're just like trying to talk or something. Like, I don't exactly get the point. It's just like, we just wasted all this time on stuff. But yeah, jokes are funny. Yeah. Anyways, it's a little bit hard to hear you, but you're all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I accepted that apology for you. We're going to talk to Martin in just a second, but really quickly, I'm going to tune over here to the tube stakes. Welcome in everybody over there on the tubes. I see you staking off. We got Brent, Sean, Dank Bird Gang. What a sick username. We got Yesh Magog. And you guys are over here just like shredding up the chat in the 140 people watching over on the YouTube Atheist Sunday School. Thanks for coming in. If you guys want to come up and talk, too bad you can't do that from over there. You're stuck just in chat. Someone says hi, Joel. Hasselclaw.
Oh yeah, Hasselclass. How's it going, Hasselclass? Yeah, das ist gut. He's our Swedish friend, or they're our Swedish friend, actually.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, welcome in. Tube stakes, and just remember, you can't come up from over there. That's not allowed. YouTube has a new function where you can just like push one button and I can like wire them into TikTok, but I'm not allowing it. So sorry, you're tough shit there. Let's see, we got another. My thing just went to an ad over there. What is this ad for? Masterclass from an FBI profiler. If you want to learn how to profile serial killers, take this master class. Brought to you by Atheist Sunday School. Artie's Bacon, welcome in. How old are you and what's your religion?
What's up, Mezzo? What's up, Joel? I'm an atheist. I'm 36.
Well, welcome in. You get a chance to say a thing.
I like things. Things are cool, but I got one thing. So I ran a live the other day, and this came off very off topic from a Christian. Started getting into Shroud of Turin, the classic Shroud. And I'd like to share an article that I found yesterday that
yeah, go ahead. Wait, we lost you.
Looking it up, I'm sure. Artie, you know that when you're out of the app, we can't hear you, but I hope.
Yeah, no, I was getting the title for you. But you don't even need that. If you look up Live Science and go to and search up Shroud of Turin, you'll find it. Yeah, it's a very interesting read. It's a recent study where they did a 3D imaging, and it is not a human body. It is very much.
This is from July of this year. Is that the one you're talking about?
Very recent.
I have not seen this one yet. Yeah, they're saying it's an angel, right? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, the devil.
Okay, so they did a famously claimed to be. Oh shit! Here comes some ads. I don't want to be an FBI profiler right now. Okay.
I can
It much more likely the image is an imprint of a low relief sculpture. Oh, that's interesting. Like a sketched out thing, and they did like a relief thing. Okay. Journal of Archaeometry, Brazilian 3D digital designer. Cicero Moraes. Now, Joel, I feel like you used to have I don't want to dox your job, but did you used to be a Brazilian 3D digital designer for a little while?
No, but I did work as somebody that did Cesarian sections.
Oh, okay. And that was in Brazil. I remember seeing that in your on your LinkedIn. This guy specializes in historical facial reconstructions, used modeling software to compare how cloth drapes over a human body versus how it drapes over a low relief sculpture of one. Now, I think a low relief sculpture is like a cut out thing, like an inverse thing.
That's my understanding as well from what I read.
I want to just look
interesting.
that up real quick because I'm not totally sure.
Very
Low relief
recent
sculpture.
And it just comes out around. I obviously.
Oh no, I'm wrong. That's not what it is.
Oh no, it is actually more like a sculpture.
Yeah, it's just like a sculpture with like that's not hyper detailed. I think is what I'm getting. It was what I'm seeing here. At least maybe that's what it is now, but maybe in ancient times or something. What is? Oh wait, low relief. Oh, I didn't hyphen it. Okay, yeah, it is like base relief. Okay, yeah, so that was right. Yeah. A projectile image with shallow overall depth. Okay, interesting. All right, now I got to find my other tab here. This is really interesting. Yeah. So they're saying that like someone carved out a little type of a person thing and then imprinted it into it.
And then probably it's real human blood, but not Jesus's, or it's pig's blood. If they
well, maybe Jesus had pig's blood. Did you ever think of that?
That is true. I mean, God was able to send lying spirits into pigs. So are we not close enough to pigs, I guess?
This is interesting too, that because it, I love that pig one, by the way. Because of like when the carbon dating originally is of this like medieval time period of the shroud, that's also a time where this like type of low relief sculpture was widely used. This is like a common thing during that time. So it would kind of make sense that it was made around that time. The only thing that they're not gonna buy is from this, well, is any of it because it's science, but also the thing that they say where like the type of imprint that it is from sort of like some sort of a light. It's like sunglasses at the good time. Like at a like super fast flash of light that they say only a spirit could make, which is they're obviously just making that up. And I don't know where that part of the lie of the shroud comes from, like who said that, but that's something that would be worth debunking as well. But this is great. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I just thought I'd share it. Maybe
thanks for sharing that. That's good. I love new information about how much bullshit these things are. So that's great.
The bullshit. Yep.
All right. Take care, Artie.
Guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye.
I think the trick of this, like what this guy's doing with the 3D analysis, is just highlighting what it would have looked like if it was a tightly bound body type of thing. And you had tried to, I mean, I don't know if like a piece of fabric can get a film negative projected onto it with a massive supernatural light. But if it could, it wouldn't work that way. It would look like an elongated, sort of weird, distorted body and face, right? So I think that's probably all that the guy that's like come up with this is trying to show people, which is good and very effective.
Yeah, I see there's like a video of him like putting stuff all over his face and then like trying, I don't know if that's actually him, but just doing it with the paper
somebody's
towel.
doing that, yeah.
It's a good example of it though.
But it's just like that is what I think is like, and hopefully Christians get a hold of this and then are able to like maybe create new arguments or at least debunk the shroud. But like this is I think a pretty good argument in general. Like it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't look like what it would look like.
Yeah, and if you like any time you like you take it, but like if it were a sculpture, like it just wouldn't happen. Like there's no light emanating from a sculpture. Like it just doesn't, that part of it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying I want to look into what I don't remember the exact claim, but there's something about how like this isn't paint. It's like a
it's
photo
like a
negative
film
something.
negative. Yeah, it's like a certain amount of light. No, I don't think that's how that works.
I think if you just painted on it, it would be a negative. That's what would happen if you painted dark on a light thing.
Right.
It just would kind of look like that. I mean, it looks to me like a cloth that someone like put blood on. That's like when I look at the actual thing, that's what it looks like. And so that's my scientific analysis. Grayson, welcome in.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Perfect.
You're a fellow atheist, right? Is that true?
No.
You're a Christian?
I am Christian.
Oh, okay. Sorry. For some reason, I thought you were someone else.
No, I debated y'all back in, I think like July, whenever Joel was having a live about like if Bible should be taught to kids.
Oh, that's a good one.
Did you lose?
I think it was pretty even in my opinion, but that's up for debate for if you believe that or not. But I think we had a good conversation. It was pretty respectful, so I had a good time having a conversation with you.
All right. Well, I mean, that's good enough for me. So I assume that you're of age, and then if you're a Christian. So what we're talking about today is that it might be time to go ahead and let go of this Bible God character. What are you clinging on to in the religion?
Yeah, can you like explain like the argument a little more? Like let go of the Bible.
Yeah, like the mythology and stuff that is in the Bible that people think is true. You know, that like this spirit world exists and that all these miracles happened and that you know, Nephilim are real and all that kind of crap. I think we can just kind of grow past that as a society, and we want to help encourage people to do so.
Yeah, sure. So I love like talking about this stuff. One of my like biggest like I guess one-liners I always use for conversations like this is like atheists will bring up, or you probably heard it before, is like, so what if Jesus died on the cross, right? I don't know if you
big whoop.
Yeah, exactly. But as Christians, we believe he rose again. Atheists obviously believe he didn't rise from the dead, right? So it's like, what do you
do you think people can rise from the dead?
I do. I believe Jesus did as the Son of God. But
do you think that everyone in the Bible? There's like 10 people that do that in the Bible.
I know he rose Lazarus. I can't name the other ones off the top of my head.
I think it's about 10, not counting, of course, the like several hundred who come out in Matthew. Like that one verse is like, and a whole slew of other zombies wake up. But I think that the ones that are named are 10. Do you think that those all happened?
I don't know exactly the verses you're referring to off the top of my head. If you could provide them. Do
you think every verse in the Bible is true though?
Depending on the context.
Some might not be true. Okay.
I mean, some are like, depends on obviously it depends on the verse. Some are prophetical, some are laws, some are poems, some are historical, some are lineage. Like, depends on the verse writing.
Okay, let's take a look here. I've looked this up recently, but I don't remember here. So we have in 1 Kings 17, Elijah raises the son of the widow of Zarephath. So he's, I don't think, named, but the woman is named.
Keep going. My bad.
Oh, do you want to go through them one at a time? That's just an Old Testament.
No, go for it.
2 Kings, we have Elisha raising a different person's son. And then Elisha also raised, there was a man who's revived when his body touched Elisha's bones. So he was like thrown into the tomb where Elisha was dead. And when he touched this other dead body, he came back to life and was like, ugh. I think it says he said that. Then in Mark, we get Jairus's daughter. That's obviously in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Jesus raises from the dead.
Yep.
Jesus raises the widow of Nain's son. That's 5. Lazarus, you mentioned, that's 6. Then it mentions here, okay, well, let's see, we have Tabitha and Dorcas. Now, who are Tabitha and Dorcas? This is a name I feel like I wish I was familiar with because it's hilarious.
Dorcas?
Let's read about Dorcas real quick. This is in Acts.
You said an act? Okay, Paul.
Yeah, so this is Paul or Peter does this one. So in 9.
Oh, is it later Acts?
36. Now in Joppa there was a disciple whose name was Tabitha, which in Greek is Dorcas.
Nice.
Which is like, it's like Orcas. It might be Dorcas, but we'll go with Dorcas. She was devoted to good works and acts of charity. At the time she became ill and died. When they had washed her, they laid her in a room upstairs. Since Lydda was near Joppa, the disciples who heard that Peter was there sent 2 men to him with the request, please come to us without delay. So Peter got up and went with them. When they arrived, they took him to the room upstairs. Everyone stands behind him, weeping, showing tunics. Sure. And other clothing that Dorcas had made. So it's like, here's all the stuff Dorcas made. And then Peter sends them all outside, kneels down and prays, and then he turns to the body and says, "Tabitha, get up." Then she opened her eyes, and seeing Peter, she sat up. He gave her his hands and helped him, and then, everyone's happy.
Okay, yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar.
So you think like that one really happened?
I mean, Peter was also a doctor in the time, so not entirely out of the ordinary for him to be like, you're overreacting, but not impossible for a all-powerful being to allow someone to heal someone.
Here's one in Acts later. This is Paul. So this one's a funny one. I read this one recently. Paul is like saying goodbye to some people, and there's a young man named Eutychus. Eutychus is sitting in the window, and he falls asleep while Paul is talking, because Paul's talking too long. It says that he like takes too long saying goodbye. And it says, a young man named Eutychus, who was sitting in the window, began to sink off into a deep sleep while Paul talked still longer. Overcome by sleep, he fell to the ground 3 floors below and was picked up dead. So he falls out of a window because Paul's too boring. And I get that. That's fun. But then Paul goes down and bends over him and says, "Do not be alarmed, for his life is in him." And Paul went upstairs, and after he had broken bread and eaten, he continued to converse with the men until dawn. Then he left. Meanwhile, they'd taken the boy away alive and were not a little comforted. I don't know what the end of that means. It gets really weird the way they say it, but it's a hint that he goes down and says, "Oh, he's still alive." So it's hard to tell, because their back then their like idea of what death is might not be like, he was probably just knocked out.
Yeah.
And then Paul just goes down there like, he's fine.
Like context, we don't know like specifically what they mean and whatnot.
Yeah. But with the other one with Peter, if it had been a few days, like they sent for him in the next town over. So like she would have been.
I mean, it's possible coma.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Like something to that effect.
And they just don't notice that she's breathing.
That kind of undermines the Jesus thing then. In Matthew 10:8, it says Jesus speaks to his disciples and sends them into all the towns and says, "Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, cast out demons." So it seems like something that like at least the disciples or maybe apostles should have been able to do.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, what was the sentence previous to the verse you just read?
Don't go to the Gentiles. Make sure, I hate the Gentiles. Don't go to them. I'm only here for the lost sheep of Israel, because I hate anyone that's not Jewish. Go and tell them about the
Leave
kingdom.
the Gentiles dead.
Yeah, kill, if you have to kill them, do that. But make sure that you tell them about the kingdom. Everyone else, the Jewish people only, about the kingdom of heaven, and then heal the sick, raise the dead, and cleanse the lepers.
Wait, who killed? The Romans killed Jesus, but who asked the Romans to kill Jesus?
I don't know. Did Jesus?
God.
The Jews.
Jewish people.
Yeah. So
I think Jesus said it first. I think that like the point is that Jesus said you can all go do magic. So if we're saying that these people were just in comas, then Jesus was like not actually correct. They're just like waking people up.
If you want to say that everybody that rose from the dead and the disciples that rose people from the or were able to raise people from the dead were just people waking other people up from comas, then Jesus maybe wasn't dead.
Well, no, because Lazarus was dead.
Unless he wasn't actually dead, and when they say somebody's dead, they just mean sleeping.
Yeah,
like if you want to soften,
like it does in the Matthew one when it's like, and all the saints woke from their sleep, right?
Right. Yeah.
Fair enough, but we can we can remove. Okay, let's go back to Jesus, because he is the foundation of Christianity. There is reports of how he died, what his physical, body, and like he was stabbed with a spear in the side, water came out. That's signs of I forget the medical term. Basically, his lungs filled with water, and he died of asphyxiation. And yep. And so there's medical evidence to prove that Jesus died on the cross through certain ways.
Sorry, the medical evidence is from the book. That's not medical evidence.
Well,
this is the claim. We can't use the book to prove the book.
It's like there's secular evidence of Jesus being crucified,
and poked and
yeah.
Where does it say that?
There's
Yeah, I don't know. That.
I gotta look it up real fast, but there is secular evidence of Jesus from Nazareth dying on the cross.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna not close out the app, but I'm gonna go
Don't
out
say the
for a
from
second.
Nazareth thing, because that part, I don't even think Nazareth existed at that time. So, because that was like made up later. So Nazareth, I don't even know if that was a place.
Yeah, look, I mean, if there was secular evidence that he died on the cross, like I wouldn't be shaken by my faith because, but like I just didn't think that actually existed. So that'd be cool.
No, yeah. Wait, okay. So question for you, for both you and Joel. Do y'all believe not the religious aspect of Jesus, but do you just believe that Jesus existed? Period.
I don't know,
because there is multiple secular evidence of him existing.
So here's the reason I have a hard time with getting a conclusion on that, Grayson. So I've talked about this before, but it's been a little while. So let me just tell you a quick story because this happened 6 months ago. I was hiking in Northern California, and as I was hiking, came across a small meadow. Not even meadow might not be the right, a glen is a better word for it. And there was a little kind of not a campground, but a little fire pit and kind of a pan thing. And then Bigfoot was there, and he was cooking these eggs, and we ate these eggs together and had a nice chat. And then I went about my merry way. Now, most of the things in the story could very well be true, but at some point, I don't know if you noticed it, I said a thing that isn't true. Right.
Bigfoot, yeah.
No, Bigfoot's real. I just that I had a conversation with them. They don't speak English. So that part isn't true. And so then what happens is, now that you know that my story had an untrue in it, you start to go did he really go hiking at all? Is that real? It kind of puts the whole thing in question once you know part of it was a lie. Right.
Also,
so
I don't want to interrupt, but I do have this.
Well, you don't have to. You can just let me finish and then do your thing.
No, I just want to let you know I have the sources whenever you're done your story.
Right, but you could have told me that after. That'd be fine.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay. So now that when we hear Jesus existed or walked around, I'm yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. And then it's not only did he walk around, but it was on water. I'm I don't know if any of now this all seems like bullshit. Maybe he did, but it could just all be made up. It puts, and it's not just one thing, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Now I put the whole thing into question that this guy might have just not existed at all. So that's where I'm kind of agnostic to his existence.
No, yeah, that's fair. But you could make that argument with anyone. I could say, for example, since President Trump, right? I could say President Trump walked on water, he raised people from the dead, yada, 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 right? You'd be well, he didn't do that. But that doesn't mean he didn't exist and not do those things.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's the difference between myth and legend. I think normally, maybe I have it backwards, but I think normally it's myth is it's completely made up, and then legend is there was a guy, but the stories are exaggerated.
Yeah,
right? Kim Jong Il, right? That's a guy who really existed. We've seen video of him, but people to this day still think that every time he golfed, he did a hole-in-one. I don't think that's true, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they were in a cult, so they believe anything, right? So what's the thing you believe that you want to share with us here, the source?
Yeah, so some non-Christian historical accounts of just the existence of Jesus.
Or the cross thing.
You said what?
You said there was a medical report of him being on a cross or something like that?
Yeah.
An autopsy or...
Let's see. There's the Roman Tacitus, the Jewish Josephus, and the...
What did Tacitus say?
You said what?
What did Tacitus say?
Tacitus, in his work, it's called Annals. It's around...
It's pronounced Annals. It's Roman. It's like
Yeah,
Latin.
it's Latin or something like that.
They said anal. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's like 116 AD. Tacitus mentions the Christ was executed under Pontius Pilate during the reign of Tiberius, an event from which the name Christian was derived.
Right. So this is him just saying that this is what.
This is a Roman historian, Tacitus. He mentions Christ being crucified under Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, he's saying this is what people thought happened. This is a superstitious movement of people who think this happened.
No, he was just naming Jesus Christ, naming someone that with the name Jesus Christ or Christus was executed under Pontius Pilate.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So like, look, I don't know. Like, I haven't read all of the annals, but some people find this convincing. Some people don't. There's reasons to think that this was like added in later and edited and stuff like that because of when it was and things like that. I don't know how to do stellometry. But again, like if we're taking this to be true, he's saying that the miracles didn't happen and these were superstitious people that were following a cult that believed miracles happened. So I'm all for taking this as a source, but it debunks the miracles.
Well, it doesn't necessarily debunk, but the topic.
I mean, if we're saying Tacitus is saying what's true.
Well, we were saying, so the original claim was, did Jesus die on the cross? This is non-Christian historical accounts. There's also Roman governor Pliny the Younger. There's Greek satirist
Young
Lucian.
Pliny, of course. Yeah. I'll give you this, Grayson, just because this doesn't like do as much for me as I thought it was going to. Let's say Jesus came to Earth via birth, and then taught all these things, said he was going to die, did die on the cross. Let's even say after that, he came back to life. How do we know that he's God? Does that mean he made the universe? Or does it mean that he knows how to come back to life? Like, it's a different superpower, you know what I mean?
So how do you know he's God? Because he came back, just happened to come back to life is basically your argument? Like, how do we know he's God?
Yeah, if back then people are coming back to life sometimes, this is like a thing that happens. There's a lot of people claiming to be God back then and still today. Joel had one the other day on his right. Did that guy come?
He thought he was Jesus, but there was also like in the Old Testament, one of the reasons why they went and killed all the Canaanites was because they were practicing necromancy. So it seems like even if there is no God, the practice of necromancy must be real if you believe the Bible.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. So okay. Good.
So like I'm just saying, like I don't think he came back to life, but even if he did, that doesn't mean he made the universe. That's two different things.
So with that, right? So in all those other stories that you mentioned, 10 other people, right? Did they come back by themselves, or were they influenced or affected by someone else to come back to life?
I don't know, but what does it have to do with? I mean, yeah, usually they're dead, so they're not doing anything.
So exactly.
While they're dead.
That's my point. Is so, for example, the Peter.
Oh, actually, that's not true. The one guy got thrown onto someone else's dead body, and then he just woke up after touching it. That was probably more on him because the other guy was dead.
But he was actively thrown. He didn't actively do something. He was influenced to do something by someone else. He was externally affected. The Jesus was not externally affected, and he himself rose. It's not like the disciple was like, okay, you're back to life, like Peter with.
It says when the body touched Elisha's bones, the man came to life and stood up on his feet. It sounds like he did it himself. He came to life. He stood up on his feet.
No, but the previous sentence. Once he had been touched by Elijah's bones.
We don't know that that's what caused it. We weren't there. This is a crazy claim. This is a crazy thing to believe. You can't make like super specific claims about magic. What are you doing? Like, this is nuts.
No. I'm saying in those verses, it's someone externally like,
Are you telling me it's impossible to come back to life on your own?
No, because Jesus did it.
Are you telling me it's possible to come back to life if someone else does it for you?
Yes. AED.
So you think both are possible?
If someone, is it possible to come back to life by yourself? Yes, Jesus. If someone affects you, they can bring you back to life. Yes. People have died.
How do we know Jesus wasn't brought back to life by someone else? By a necromancer?
Is there any evidence to support that?
There's equal amounts of evidence to support that as there is to say that he did it on his own. Absolutely 100% equal.
What's the, if you don't mind me asking, like, what's the source?
Yeah, exactly. There's no evidence that he actually came back to life on his own. There's no evidence that we're winging it. We're just making it up as we go. This is how religion works. We're just doing theology right now.
Our argument would be the Bible.
Classic theology.
Our argument would be the Bible. Your argument for necromancy for Jesus to come back would be, that's my question is.
Yeah, it could have been what's Nicodemus.
Yeah, there's no evidence in the Bible that has anyone seeing Jesus come back to life. So that moment of him resurrecting is a mystery. So it could have been a necromancer.
Or Joseph of Arimathea could have been a necromancer. So that's why he was I'm going to take the body, right? That's who takes the body.
Wait, repeat that again. Sorry.
Joseph of Arimathea, you know who that is?
Yeah.
This random guy who's never mentioned before shows up and says, "Give me the body," and they go, "Okay," and he sneaks the body off. That guy could have just been a necromancer.
Could have been, but I think it also mentions that he buried him in his
he could have been
expensive tomb.
Is not the right answer to that. The right answer is no, necromancy isn't real. That's the better answer to it.
Well, that's like saying obviously necromancy, so to speak, in air quotes, exist. Some people might believe that necromancy exists, but is it accurate or does it actually work?
Try it.
No,
let's give it a shot.
That's my point.
Right.
Someone can claim to be a necromancer.
But Grayson, this is a great thing to keep in mind, right? So you recognize that necromancy is a silly thing that isn't real, but in the Bible, it's something that's real. Okay, so in the Bible, it's an option. For this silly story, this silly nonsensical thing that can't happen is possible. That's the thing that you need to walk away from right now. You got to go, oh, okay, impossible things are impossible. Okay, I'm not going to believe this shit anymore.
Okay, so
and one of those things is that Jesus Christ died for your sins and rose from the dead. That is also stupid and impossible.
So yeah, this goes back to my original first one-liner I mentioned about Jesus dying on the cross before we got into the whole historical Jesus actually dying or whatever. With the secular evidence of Jesus dying on the cross, if you want to believe that or not, but plenty of evidence. But
there's no plenty of evidence that he died on the cross. Okay, that he existed as a person, maybe. But this death on a cross thing is a little bit of a stretch.
The death on the cross, even if you don't believe in Christianity, isn't if Jesus died on the cross, that's
a Jewish man
still debated. History is debated. Yeah,
a Jewish man being crucified isn't a huge stretch. Let's just say that.
That's exactly my point. So that's neither here nor there. You can believe if his name was Jesus or Paul or John Bailey or whatever. A Jesus existed. Maybe he was crucified. Whatever, right? But as Christians, we believe he died on the cross, rose again. But my one-liner is, if he died on the cross, what do you gain from not believing that he rose again compared to believing that he rose again?
I'm just doing a little research here. Sorry, I was not paying attention, but I was just curious about this. There are both Egyptian and Greco-Roman necromancy traditions that involve wrapping a body in linens. just pointing that out, that's exactly what Joseph of Arimathea did when he.
I mean, isn't that? I don't. Not trying to be disrespectful. Isn't that like a common, like ancient, like burial tradition?
Well, sometimes in the Hebrew ones, they're buried in shrouds, but you're not allowed to like have contact with them in their traditions. But he did. He took them, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So he broke classic Hebrew Israelite tradition. And where's Arimathea? Let's see. Maybe that's in a. Where is Arimathea?
I think that's current day Palestine.
Uncertain and debated. Yeah, it's not. There's not actually a place.
I think it's current day.
Everything in the book is so made up.
Yeah, there's just not a place.
I think it's current day Palestine, if I'm not mistaken.
But Grayson,
you are mistaken.
Mezzo half conceded that if Jesus came back to life, what difference does that make? And you were the one that didn't want to believe that the Bible says that necromancy is real. You disagree with that.
No, I believe that the Bible says that necromancy exists. That's
but you don't. You recognize that necromancy isn't real. That people can't bring people back from the dead.
Well, then no. If he thinks it is real, so if necromancy is real, then that's a more likely thing for what Jesus was than that he also, because if the people did see him come back to life, there's no like evidence of that. Like someone says they did, but they didn't really see anything. Then that would just say like it looks like necromancy is real. So that doesn't mean that people who come back to life are universe creators.
What are we defining necromancy as? It's just raising people from the dead?
Yeah.
All right. That's not really the true definition of it, but yeah.
What is the true definition of necromancy?
Pretty sure it's reanimating corpses.
Oxford Dictionary definition is the practice of communicating with the dead, especially in order to predict the future. So nothing about raising people.
Necromancy is?
Yeah.
Am I using the wrong word?
ChatGPT says it can be because I asked it, is it bringing people back from the dead? But it's a bit broader and darker than that in most traditions. So I guess it's different.
Yeah.
It can be bringing them back, but usually a supernatural cursed form, not as a fully living people again, which is probably why Jesus wasn't recognizable when he came back.
So I'm gonna be more specific in my search. Necromancy should I do Greek, Hebrew?
Oh, this is because it says in modern fantasy, necromancy often includes raising the dead as zombies, skeletons, or undead servants. I mean, we're getting into like some real nonsense in fiction, so that's why.
Well, yeah, that's where I know it from. I'm thinking of like necromancers in like like video games and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here too. I just want to get the definition right for our conversation.
Resurrectors.
The reason why I think of it as bringing them back is the list, I think it's Deuteronomy 18, involves talking to spirits, and then they list necromancy. So it's like, wouldn't those be two separate things then? Like that's why
the spirit is an angel versus a spirit of a dead person, maybe.
They say familial spirits or familiar spirits.
It says Deuteronomy 18 condemns necromancy, the practice of consulting with the dead, as an abomination to the Lord.
Well, Grayson, I think at this point, what I would have to do in order to like take any part of this conversation seriously is like, we'd have to see it happen. We'd have to see like a modern day instance where someone is like actually not like a near death experience, but like raised from the dead type of thing. And then, we could start talking about whether or not necromancy is real. But that's also like kind of not the thing. What we're doing is talking about like if God is real.
Yeah. So like God, I mean, so you're atheist, not agnostic, like fully no higher power believe, like at all.
I don't believe in God.
So let's take out Christian, just go basic theology, just God, higher being, whatever, right? No, you don't believe in that at all?
No.
Okay. Like, why, I guess is my question. Like, remove any religion's higher power.
Yeah, there's no good reason to believe it. And all of the traditions who speculate that there is one, almost all of them describe it in a way that is like outright contradiction. That doesn't make sense. It's incoherent and illogical.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I said, remove religion from it. I mean, there's probably more logical to believe in a higher being without a religion than to not believe in a higher being.
Why don't you do that then?
Well, I mean, we can go into the apologetics and like philosophy and arguments like that, but
Like,
I mean,
if you do that, Grayson, you don't have to deal with all this like weird necromancy. You don't have to deal with all of the like atrocities of like just unaliving, non-believers, like how horrific the Bible is. Like, you can ditch all the baggage of the Bible and keep believing in God. Why don't you try that out?
I mean, I can make the same argument for how do atheists, like, how do they make the same argument for themselves? If atheists don't have a higher power to...
We did that, though. We do ditch the Bible. We don't have the baggage of the Bible.
No, yeah. You don't have the baggage of the Bible, but there's plenty of atheists that murder and kill and rape and pillage and...
Yeah, and then we say...
Sorry, grape, sorry.
We say, we hate them. Those people suck fucking dick.
Yeah.
Right? So you should just do that about Yahweh. Be like, if Yahweh did this, that fucking sucks dick of Yahweh. I hate him. Jesus is a piece of shit. And then move on from the Bible. And then you can keep being like a deist if you want to, you know?
What did Jesus do wrong?
He killed a bunch of people.
Jesus didn't kill anyone.
What are you talking about? It says in the Bible he did.
Where did Jesus kill someone?
In Acts, like we were just reading in Acts how some people died, but like in other parts of Acts, he kills people.
Jesus was dead when Acts was written.
I thought you said he came back to life.
Jesus had already gone back to heaven.
Yeah,
at that point.
But he sends down angels from heaven to kill people, like King Herod. Is Jesus on the throne in heaven right now?
Yes.
Okay, so he's making the calls. By the time Acts happens, he's making the calls?
Yeah.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
So let's read the verse here to make sure.
While you're looking that up real fast.
I already got it.
Okay,
Acts 12:20, we have King Herod, right? And he's like putting on these royal robes, and he goes out on his platform to give a public address, and he's talking, and the people are shouting, "This is the voice of a god and not a mortal." So they're calling him God. And before he can go, "Oh, no, I'm just a king," it says, "And immediately, because he had not given glory to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died." This is a death caused by God, your King Jesus on the throne in heaven, that happened to somebody in the New Testament. This is fucked up. This is straight up murder.
Was King Herod a good person?
No.
So is it just for a judge to give the death penalty to a bad person?
For someone for someone who's guilty of their people thinking he's God? No.
No.
That's
King Herod
unjust.
was murdering children. He ordered the execution.
That's not why he did it. God should have done that earlier then. He waited until it was this thing and did it because the murdering children God is fine with. That's something God does consistently. Later on, when King Herod doesn't quickly say, "I'm not God," God is like, "That's it. You've crossed the line now. The children murdering was fine, but you claiming to be me, you're dead."
Are we talking about the same King Herod? You said in Acts, or
I think it's.
I'm referring to the one in Matthew, the one that tried to kill Jesus.
I would assume it's the same one, like two King Herods.
I mean, it's possible.
Is it the same one?
I don't know.
Let's check. Is the King Herod in Acts the same one from Matthew? Yes, and maybe.
Cool.
This guy would have been so old.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because if he was, I don't know how old he was in Matthew, but
Well,
But regardless,
so this is the guy who ruled Judea from about 37 BC to the year 4 BC. So he stopped being king.
So that would be different King Herod, I think, then.
Yeah. So the one that he struck dead didn't kill babies then.
Okay. Do you have his full name, his title or whatever? Because King Herod the Great is the one in Matthew. Is there
King
King
Herod was angry with the people of Tyre and Sidon. So they came to him in a body, and after winning over Blastus, the king's personal attendant, they asked for a reconciliation because their country depended on the king's country for food. It doesn't really say. He just gets eaten by worms. This obviously didn't really happen. It's just a thing that they're saying to kind of wrap up loose ends in the story. But I'll also just to make it easier, have you read Jude?
A while ago. It's been a minute, but
it says Jesus killed the unbelievers in the Old Testament in Jude. So that's even.
I mean, I think we're misconstruing Jesus and God.
Well, it says Jesus in mine.
I don't think Jesus, the name wasn't mentioned in the Old Testament.
Right. This is in the New Testament. And it says in Jude is the second to last book of the Bible. This is my favorite verse. It says, "Now I desire to remind you, though you are fully informed," which you should be fully informed of this, "once and for all, that Jesus, who saved a people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed those who did not believe."
Yeah.
Right.
So he freed slaves and destroyed the people that were trying to enslave the Jews. And they didn't believe.
What he's talking about is the people who he freed, and then they were worshiping Baal after that. He killed them.
Yeah.
It's about the Israelites that Jesus killed.
I mean.
So you have a little bit of baggage to deal with.
What is...
You have some baggage there. The guy you worship killed people for not believing in him. That's nuts. You have to find a way to apologize for that or cope with it or deal with it. Or you can just kind of shift over and be like, this whole book isn't totally true. I still think there's some creator out there maybe, but this insanity of an all good God that murders people who are rude to him.
All just judge, not inflict a just punishment.
I think an all just judge absolutely they must inflict a just punishment, which is why this doesn't line up, because this is not just. This isn't fair.
How do you know?
Do I not do I have the wrong concept of what fair means?
I mean,
someone doesn't believe in you and you kill them. That's fair.
I think there's more than not non-belief. They were active. I think they're sacrificing children and things like that.
It doesn't say that. That's not what he killed them for. It's for their unbelief.
I'm looking at the verse real fast. Sorry.
There's verses where in the Old Testament where it says that the Canaanites were sacrificing children, but that's not why God kills them. He says, don't do that. Don't sacrifice your kids to Molech. But we're going to go kill the Canaanites because they're in our land. That's why we're doing it. The reasons for these murders are terrible. They're unjust.
How is it unjust if it's a just judge?
That's right. Yeah, it's a contradiction that we found. That's why we don't believe this is true. You nailed it.
But
how can a just judge be unjust? You're right. It's weird. This is confusing. Isn't this a puzzle?
No. I'm saying, what is unjust about what's incorrect about that?
About taking someone's life for being born in the wrong land. Some child Canaanite is born in the Canaanite people's land, and then they have to get
Canaanite.
Yes, they were.
They weren't. That wasn't the reason they were killed. It wasn't because they were Canaanite. Canaanites were actively.
The toddlers weren't actively doing it, and the toddlers get chopped up. Children get punished for other people's crimes. Is that fair? Is that just?
Fair and just are not they're not equivalent. Fair, no.
Is it just to chop up a baby for what their parents did?
Did God chop up the children?
Yes.
No.
And he uses humans to do it, and he does it himself. Yes.
Okay. Did God use the humans to chop up the Jews as well?
Like the unbelievers?
No.
He did that himself. He used quails.
So like whenever I forget what book it is, but the angels
he said
come
unto
down.
the quails, with you I smash nations, with you I smash Israelites. I think that was to quails he was talking.
I forget what book I think it's Genesis. The angels come down, they go to this guy's house, he protects them from the people trying to basically essay the angels. He gives them his daughter, or gives the people his daughter. They essay her, and then he chops her up and sends it to the different tribes or something like that.
Yeah, that's all that own psychopaths think. God did not tell him to do that, at least not in the book.
Yeah. So
in that case, in other cases, God tells
so it's
people
only
to do
psycho
stuff.
it's only psycho if.
No, I think that guy was psycho like God.
Okay. So is there a just war?
They both are.
Is there such thing as a just war?
Yes.
Okay. So why is it unjust for the Jews to have a war with the Canaanites?
Because
and it just so happens that God
it's
is
a
on
land
the Jew
grab.
side.
Is there such thing as an unjust war?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so if someone just is living in their land and you go attack them and take their land, is that a just war?
Weren't the Canaanites and Jewish people warring before the Jews reclaimed the land they were promised? I put air quotes on the promise, by the way.
Yeah, getting promised land is like manifest destiny, right?
I put air quotes. I put air quotes on that.
That's not something you want to stand behind. That's not.
Like I said, air quotes, promised.
Yeah, but that really is the quote. That's the real quote in the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
spirit quotes.
Christians aren't Jews, but that's besides the point. But Canaanites were fighting Jews before the Jews came and reconquered the Canaanites.
And the Midianites?
Yeah.
And the Amalekites?
Yeah. The whole book of Joshua is literally just war stories about them fighting each other.
Yeah, and the Israelites are doing it too. And they're conquering places and taking them over. And God's helping them kill children.
But they were
these are war crimes.
But the Canaanites were killing Jewish children,
yeah, and that was bad, right?
Yeah, we can all agree.
Yeah, it's bad to do that. Yeah. So God's doing that too. So is it good when God does it, but bad when other people do it?
No, God wasn't killing the children. God recognize
kills children in the Bible.
Yeah, but Grayson, I think what Grayson is saying is just patently untrue. The plan was for the Hebrews to go into Canaan and kill all the Canaanites to get the land that they've been promised. There's no the Canaanites were aggressing the Hebrews. The Canaanites were doing bad things. That's part of the list. We're doing it because they're doing these bad things, but it's not so much
they didn't know it was bad, but yeah.
That they don't know. They weren't given the law, but it's not so much that they were doing the bad things that God has a problem with. The problem is that they are going to cause the Hebrews to do bad things too. So he wants to get rid of the temptation and that influence of the Canaanites. So I think the motivation is twofold. One, get the land. Two, get rid of the people that might make you worship other gods. That's it. That's all that is in the narrative of the book.
Yeah. So,
and for that reason, Grayson, we're killing babies, right? So that's a problem.
I think that's a slippery slope fallacy right there. I want to address something you said though, Joel, because you brought up a good point. You said Canaanites were doing bad things. You can say they didn't have the laws of the same laws as the Jews or whatever, but they were doing bad things. They might have influenced the Jews to do bad things. Isn't that a good reason to get rid of them? If Nazis are killing people,
that's
and
a good
the Nazis
reason.
might influence other people to do bad things, you would kill them.
Do you think that what the Allies should have done is gone and killed all the German children?
No, not like
No, obviously not, right?
You don't go out of your way to kill children, but
no, but that's what
it's a side effect of war.
That's what the Hebrews were told to do. Like they're in Numbers 31, they go and get the Midianites and they kill all the men and the women that have slept with men, and then they have the young girls, the virgins, and the young boys. They kill all the boys. God says, "Kill all the boys." It might be Moses there, but Moses always spoke on behalf of God. Kill all the boys, and then divvy up the virgins and the young girls. This is disgusting, Grayson. And this is the way it always is. And with the Amalekites and with the Canaanites, they're not going and just killing the men and the combatants. They're killing all the kids.
Yeah, like, I just want to clarify. If you find a Christian that can defend historical atrocities...
No, these are commands by God. That's the problem. And what Mezzo showed you is they're commands by Jesus.
Was that Numbers 31 you said? Sorry.
Numbers 31 is like, kill all the boys.
Well, yeah, and I was just looking it up a bit. That's, it's totally like preemptive, right? It's not they did a bad thing, so we're going to get them back. This is just like, we're going to go get them.
Well,
It's
no,
conquest.
not really. They were having sex with the Midianites / Moabites. And because of that, they go and get them. But
that's a good enough reason to kill the children.
It's not, and that's the thing, Grayson. When we were talking about justice, this is not justice. It's not. But in that case, it's not like they weren't aggressing them; they were sleeping with them, and they were worshiping other gods. And so God goes, "Well, I don't want the Midianites influencing you guys, so I'm going to." Have you go and kill them and annihilate them, and then just keep the women and the virgins and the young girls so that you can fuck them all you want. This is God's justice, and it's disgusting. And so we can say, as the point of the conversation was, obviously God isn't just because he's not giving just laws.
What I mean, what laws of
way.
God are on? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. We started talking.
Yeah,
Go for it.
just maybe this is just like wall a little bit here, but like when you talk about like just like a regular judge doing the death penalty and like whether or not a judge is allowed to, like I'm technically just against the death penalty, but if that were happening and the judge was like I really don't like what happened here, and unfortunately the only proper judgment is to put you to death, and I apologize to your family who will miss you, but this is the best course of action. Then we would, and then does it, right? And they go and do an official death. And that would be, hard, obviously, to watch, but we would respect the judges and the way they did it. Yeah. If, however, the judge was like, "You're guilty, and with this electric chair I'll smash you down. We will take you with it, and we will take out your children with it too." It was like just like bragging about how they're gonna like fuck this person up, which God does in the Bible. He makes these claims, of like how powerful he is and how he smashes nations and how he uses the Israelites to smash the other nations and fuck them up. Then we'd be like, "Judge, calm down. You have a bloodthirst. You're crazy." You know what I mean? Like,
they can't do judging anymore. We got to get this judge off the
trust this guy. Like, yeah, even though like the criminal was bad, like bad criminal, but like this judge is also bad. We got to get him off the bench.
I mean, I see. Okay, I see. I completely understand the argument, but I think we're kind of simplifying it here. I think if you put it more in a sense of like judging, like in God's case, a nation compared to a singular person, right? If we do it as, this is a weird example, but put America as the judge, which probably isn't smart, but just say just judge America versus 1940s Germany, right? 1940s Germany, right? We're judging a nation for doing crimes. We can enact a just punishment. We can enact a just punishment on them in whatever means we decide.
Yeah. That's actually honestly a perfect example, because like during that time, and not just with Germany, but like we were attacked at Pearl Harbor. And then what we did after that wasn't just. Why wasn't it just? Because the people that we retaliated against were children that weren't involved in the attack on Pearl Harbor, right? So that is looked at and viewed at, hopefully by you, as like a huge atrocity, right? If
Wait,
God,
are you referring to like Hiroshima?
yeah.
Okay,
They nuked children, right? That's crazy. That's not the right way to respond. God's crazy. It's not the right way to respond.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously there's different opinions on the attacks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? I mean, I'm undecided.
Do you think they were justified in like nuking children?
Like I said, I'm undecided. So that's an opinion that
Maybe
I argue with.
Maybe that was good. Is that what you're saying? Fix that. Say that better.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain it. So I'm well, the way you phrased it, I disagree with. It's the premise. They didn't nuke babies. They were attacking a nation that was at war with them, and they used a new weapon to end the war. The war strategy was, we're going to lose more people will die, more children might die if we invade the homeland with our troops. That might lead to more death than using this weapon.
Did they do it the right way?
Like bombing them?
Yeah. Did they make the right call? Or
Can you
think of maybe a better way it could have happened?
That's where I'm undecided. Is it the right call?
This makes sense then. So I think that makes sense now. Like with why you're able to read the Bible and God says, sends people to slice toddlers in half, and you're like, maybe this is the best thing. Maybe this is like all things considered good.
No.
Now the big difference, though, Grayson, is that even if it is. Your arguments, I'm going to try and like move past it because people are going to want to drop you if we don't just like move past how crazy that was. But like,
no, that wasn't my argument.
I'll fix it for you. So even if we say like America had no other choice, that was the last option. They were hopeless. The only thing they could possibly do was to like hit Nagasaki and Hiroshima with these like crazy bombs, and then it ended up being all good. God's hands aren't tied in the same way. If God doesn't want the Amalekites around, he doesn't have to send humans to go chop them up. He can do it himself. It's crazy that he sends humans in, brags about it, and is like all excited about like delighting in their death and their downfall when he could snap his fingers and they don't exist. It's bloody in its insanity.
Okay, wait, I think so you're saying basically like, your problem is that God commanded them, so to speak, to fight a war?
My problem is that he like murders anyone at all. I think that the way he does it is like really weird. Or if it's the case that he's just like murdering only bad people, then why did we have Hitler? That doesn't make sense, right? Like it doesn't add up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the allowance of something is different than the causation of something.
Yeah, he didn't allow the Amalekites to keep existing.
So just to add, I don't know if this is going to complicate things a tiny bit, but like judging a nation, like judging a whole entire nation.
That's a good point.
Where's the justice in this? Like, especially we always talk about the kids, but like anyone in the nation that's not guilty shouldn't be judged. They're not involved. Right?
Yeah, I know some of the guys over there are doing their child sacrifices. Those crazy guys. I don't really partake in that. I'm just over here and, the Israelites are coming. This should be nice. Hey, friends, good to see you. Slice.
Like,
sure, yeah. No, that's Joel. That's a good point. But I mean,
I've been making good points too. Don't say Joel's the only one who makes good points.
Right,
I'm
Mezzo,
a good pointer. I
That's
point
my bad,
at
Mezzo.
things.
You made some good points. I will.
Remember Jude? He's never even read Jude. He's only in Deuteronomy.
I will concede. I will concede, Mezzo. You've made some strong points, but to Joel's point, so whether you're judging the nations thing, right? The Hitler Youth weren't actively killing people, but
neither were the Amalekite Youth.
Yeah, you're right, but we can still judge them as bad people for their.
No, you can't. Not justly. You can judge anyone you want as bad, but it's not just to judge a good toddler as bad.
You can't say like Hitler Youth were bad people.
How many people were hanged for what happened in Germany? The whole country? Or like 14 or 12 people. Like there was not that many people that were hanged for what happened in Germany.
Do you think we should have gone in and wiped out the German toddlers? Would that have been better to do?
No, but
yeah, that would have been crazy, right? That would have been like the worst. Like that would have been like the worst thing in American history. We would have frowned down upon that.
Yeah.
And that's a hefty list to go up against.
I'm confused by Joel's question. Like, what were you saying? Like,
I'm saying that who did they judge? I think it's the Nuremberg trials, right? Like who was judged there and who was convicted? It was not the whole entire nation. I mean, it maybe wasn't enough people, but like a very small group of people were killed for that, were executed for that, right?
Yeah, sure. So
about 200 actually.
Here's a
200 were hanged.
These were tried. Actually, sorry, that was how many trials there were.
Here's a better example.
24.
24.
Yeah. 37 sentenced to death.
Oh, interesting.
So 161 were convicted of the 200 as guilty, and of those, only 37 were sentenced to death. So even some people who were involved in the Holocaust, they were like, you get prison for life.
Yeah. But notice that they didn't do every single person in the whole nation and then hang them all.
So
let me just look up how many toddlers were tried in the Nuremberg trials.
So
just one. Yeah,
here's a better example.
Not great, but just one.
So bring it back to America. Can you not judge the South during the Civil War for their crimes against humanity with slavery?
Like so when we say the South was bad, absolutely. Like we're referring to the people who were like the leaders, the slave owners, the people who were like actually doing it. I wouldn't say that like the Southern toddlers are guilty, right?
Exactly. Like that's my point. Is whenever you're saying a nation like Nazi Germany, you're not referring to you're making a generalization. You're
the leaders.
You're specifying the crime committers by making a generalization with.
That's a good point. No, Grayson, you're right. That is true. Which is, I think, why like with Hiroshima, it was weird that it was like, well, then why'd you get these villagers? You know, that kind of seemed bad. And with all the biblical ones that he did everybody, that's why those do seem bad.
So that's my point. Is when you say the Canaanites, you're not the Canaanites and then listing everyone down the list. You're saying the Canaanites addressing the evildoers in the Canaanite nation.
But God killed all of them. That's the problem.
Weren't they mentioned later in the Bible? Or is that...
I'm sorry, where are the Canaanites today?
What's up?
They list out... wait, who was it in the Numbers one, Joel?
This is such a fucking game. Like,
he's so close to it, though. Is it the Canaanites in Numbers?
No, that's the Midianites.
The Midianites. Okay, so with the Midianites, Grace, and this is a perfect example, they do list out, here's what we're going to do with all the men. Kill them. Here's what we're going to do with all the women. We're going to kill them. Here's what we're going to do with the young girls. We're going to grape them. And here's what we're going to do with the young boys. We're going to kill them. It lists out what to do with each person.
What is the verse on that one?
It's in Numbers 31.
Numbers 31. It's a whole chapter full of horrors.
But read it on your own. I don't want to read it on the live here, but read Numbers 31 and finish the whole chapter and see if you can read that and go, yeah, this was for the best. Or if you're kind of like having a hard time stomaching it, then I would love to hear back from you and hear what your thoughts are. But we have been talking for a really long time. I'll let you get your last word in here, and then we'll probably move on to another guest.
No, all good. Yeah. Enjoyed the conversation. I hope to join in for another debate sometime. It's always fun talking to y'all and hearing y'all's opinions. So I'll let y'all get on to a new guest.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I thought you wanted to say one more thing. But
you never give opinions. I mean, we always give facts. Everything we say is a fact.
No, I accepted necromancy earlier, Joel. So I actually did stray a little bit from factualities, but hey, Grayson, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and get out of the religion. You're better than that. He seems like a smart enough guy.
He does, but at the same time, it just took us 45 minutes to convince it. Well, not even convince him that God is unjust, because he can't get his head around killing kids being unjust. So.
But if Jesus can come back to life, he can kill babies.
Supernatural makes right.
Makes super good. Okay, well, look, we all know that's what their viewpoint is. I think that when I was a Christian, I didn't read into those so much. Once I started reading more of the Old Testament is when I started to kind of be like, this is fucking weird. Yeah. And so hopefully these types of verses are what pull people out. If the Bible was really nice, Joel, our job would be a lot harder. It'd be harder to, that's like why it's harder to convince people that like crystal spiritualism isn't true, because it's so nice.
Right.
Every crystal's good. Like this one brings you money. This one's good luck. This one's sexiness or something.
The only thing we'd have is like, it doesn't really work. The only thing we could do is like, well, let's try it.
Yeah, right. But we couldn't be like, this crystal killed a tribe of babies.
Yeah.
and crystals are cool. Crystal's in the chat here. Oh.
Flirting.
There you go. Hold on.
So much flirting going on, and they're probably going to make love later. And he's probably just like, they're probably actually making love with their eyes right now. And my guess is that maybe she came in just to be like, hey, love the tune you were working on, love the beautiful music that you're doing. They have such a rich relationship. It's beautiful. I'm not jealous. It's just a beautiful thing. And oh, look at those soft eyes. When he looks over here, you could see how he was just looking at her with those soft eyes. And let's just forget about it. Ignore it. It's fine. Was that a nice little chat?
Yeah. Hey, sorry. You good?
Yeah. You were just having a chat, and we were just hanging out.
Talking to my wife.
Yeah, we could tell.
I might need to go soon. We have a bunch of requests, and I see friendlies in the chat here. I want to do just like one more non-friendly today, and I also want to sort of. I know normally we like let other atheists up on Atheist Sunday School, but I'm not going to do that right now. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. So I need to find out who's not. Let me see here. Okay, they're leaving if not. Everyone leaves.
They were all atheists.
Leon, are you a Christian? They don't even mean to be here.
Oh, dang.
Cameron, are you there? Oh, they're still. Hey, Cameron,
yes.
Are you Christian?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably going to just wrap it up then. I have to end a little early today, but sorry to sorry about that. I know normally let people up. If there's one more, I'd do like one more quick Christian one, but otherwise I have to end a little early and help out with some stuff here today. It's also getting hot in here now. I put this suit on and I started a little early in Daniel's live, and now I'm it's too warm.
Oh yeah. Now, does Daniel go tonight? Again, is Daniel live again tonight? Because it's Monday for him. Like I think you don't give a shit. I think he might actually start around 7.
But
yeah, I'm not sure. He has been doing like these like long days lately. But I also saw Thinker in the chat. She'll be live later tonight as well. And then Crystal is doing, is having her Decon Q&A with Mama Bash sometime soon here, sometime within the next few hours. I don't know exactly what time that they're starting. But that'll be fun as well.
Unapologetic looks to like it's back as well.
Are they on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go right over there then, because I could like sit here and wait for 10 minutes for a Christian, but it's probably better to just like wrap it up. Sorry for such a short one. I didn't mean to go short, but something has come up and I need to help with it. So
11 a.m. Pacific time. Do we want to mention our cool new idea?
Okay, yeah. So part of also why now on Atheist Sunday School, I'm still gonna take up atheist to say one thang, as we're calling it a thang. But Joel and I have been trying to figure out, and we're having a little bit of a technical issue with our Bad Bible Debates account, but we're working on it.
I saw you message them. I messaged again because they're like, send me a screenshot. So I sent them a screenshot about it. So
yeah, we can't bring people up on it, but we're going to work that out or find a way to get an account that can take us and do an occasional panel show. So what we would do is during our these like more normal lives, or not Atheist Sunday School, but during our night lives in the nightlife, it would be just Joel or just Mezzo, or maybe we'll join each other's, but do like no panel action on those. And then we want to occasionally do bring up more panel people. Not too often because it's rough, it's hard to do, but from time to time do a thing where it's like, if we're both available, like if it's sometimes on Wednesday night we're doing hump day, dump day, and we're like chaining off of each other, we might just do that as like a really long and like cycle out, fellow atheists as well as groups of Christians and stuff like that.
50 is the new 30 just said Bjorn's revenge. This has nothing to do with the investigation that's happening and how we have to still adhere to the contract that we signed until the investigation is done, where they discover what happened. We don't even think about that we're not even suspects.
I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah, so this is not why we're doing that. This is just a thing that we're doing. We wanted to do panels with people. We enjoy panels.
This would be BBD Live.
Yeah, we're doing that on BBD.
Podcast is not ours.
Yeah. So, but right now it's just like exclusive Mezzo Joel content on our Mezzo's account. I might co-host with him or vice versa. And then on BBD's, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Then we could be talking to
nuts
3 Christians with 2 other atheists, or
I would also honestly be down to occasionally do those where we just absolutely dogpile like 8-on-1 atheist versus Christian, and then vice versa, where we put 8 Christians against you and me.
Yes.
Just when it's times that we know you and I can be together for a little while, and it's not like me going in and out or you're half at work. We would put on a whole show. And you'll still have your songs, and I'll still have, the piano out, and we'll do our thing with
we'll do
everybody.
some yelling, because we also don't care to get bananaed a little bit, so we'll yell at people. We'll just destroy them. We'll yell them down.
Yeah, because it'll be on the BBD account, so we can fuck that one up. That's a good point. So we'll be saying Hitler, and we'll be saying kill, and all the words. Yeah, all the stuff you just are just dying to say.
We'll say attack and bully. We'll say all the words.
Yeah, but we're not on it yet, so careful.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just don't say COVID-19 right now or anything like that.
But again, it has nothing to do with Bjorn Forgum Johnston Huntston.
Who was that again? I feel like he was.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that investigation. So please, don't worry about it. And
I'm trying so hard to forget that I can't.
It is a contract that we would be still under if he was alive. Joey, are you a Christian? Real quick. Maybe an accident.
That's all right. I should go. So we'll talk more about that we're kind of trying to figure it out. I think what might have to happen, Joel, and we can talk about this offline, is that I'll switch it with my other account or something, my
and we
backup
should
account.
We should come up with like new background ideas, like just for, because like I like the idea of like having that as a sidebar, like the BBD's guy, and it's just like a cool image, and then we're there as the two small guys, or we'll work that the way the panel looks. But
we'll make a cool background that says BBDs and it has a topic, and then we'll make a dummy, like a mannequin, that sits here on the main panel.
Smiling. Yeah. Perfect.
And then we'll talk in the boxes.
Ooh, maybe if you Photoshop like our faces together, take my nose.
Like a star-crossed buddy baby. That's our faces mixed together.
Maybe one of your eyes, one of my eyes. And then that'll just be like...
I've already done that.
For other things. Bad Bible, star-crossed Bad Bible buddies. All right, that's perfect. All right, good job.
All right, thank you so much, Joel. Get to work. I'm going to let this song kind of play out, and then I'm going to head out, raid the Unapologetics crew for now, and then in about an hour and 15 minutes, come hang out with Crystal, Mama Bash, and whoever else is going live for the rest of the day. Also, just do whatever you want. Live your life. German, we've all seen your thing. It's funny, like, you're just spamming at this point. Like, be more clever. Like, come up with a different copy-pasted dick, I guess. To the rest of you who are going to hang out for just one quick song, this is Medusa. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. Happy Sunday. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely afternoon. Enjoy wherever you raid to, and have yourself a wonderful time this whole week. Keep doing your atheisms, all right? Keep doing your atheisms out there for the sake of the Bad Bible crew, and we'll see you next time.